So we're on the way to the trailhead and there's a traffic jam because there's bison on both sides of the road. I'm going to stop this video and take one up the way. Okay, so you can see a couple bison there, and then if I go to this side of the road, you can see even more bison. Let's see if people start moving. They're just chilling in the field, causing a traffic jam. So many bison. And a few hanging over here.
Good morning. So it's Thursday morning. We're getting ready to head back into the backcountry for 7 nights. Wow. And we've been to like all the Yellowstone general stores. There's like 4 major areas or 5 major areas.
And it's 3 so far.
Yeah, most have been pretty underwhelming, but this one at Canyon Village is pretty awesome. It's got like a modern feel, and they have this like sit down
Like
diner type place, right? They sit you down quick.
You have a huge menu, but it's like breakfast sandwich, fried eggs.
Just what we need. So we're gonna grab a quick breakfast sandwich. We'll probably head over to the backcountry permit office. We just thought of a few questions to ask, why not? And then we're gonna be out of touch for seven days. So we'll be back then with a full update. See you later. All right, it's about 11 a.m. Thursday, August 4th, I think. We're at the Potty Lake Trailhead, and we're starting our trip. 16 miles to Potty Lake, but we're only going about 8-10 miles today.
Yep.
Cool. See you later. Here's the start of our hike. It's already pretty amazing. Wide open meadows. Welcome to the Yellowstone backcountry. Amazing so far. We're only about a half mile in. It's just so open and so vast. Nice little breeze. Easy hiking. Cool. So out in the distance, not sure if that's a rock or an animal. Probably a rock, not moving, but hard to say for sure. Not going to get any closer to find out. What's up, guys? Quick update. We're about, I don't know, mile and a half in. Wide open meadows. We just went through a nice shady tree section. Definitely smelling the sulfur every once in a while, but there's our first sulfur pond over there. So welcome to Yellowstone. You need smell-o-vision for this one. It's not overpowering, it's not terrible, but you definitely do smell the sulfur in the air. Pretty cool. It really makes this, I think this backpacking trip is going to be really unique. We're not going to have a lot of elevation. We're not going to have big mountains, but I think the landscape and hopefully the wildlife is going to make this one special. So Sarah's up ahead and we're going to keep motoring. It is a beautiful day out here. We're about 2 miles into our hike and just back to wide open miles of meadows. Sarah's up there on the trail. Just amazing. Nice little breeze. Nice hiking. I think we're about 7,800 feet, give or take. So it's been really cool so far, and we're just getting started. So we're on the Potty Lake Trail at about 8,100 feet, taking a little break. We didn't mention it, but at our first break, it was so nice because it was breezy, open meadows, and not one bug. But then we started getting a little canopies and trees, and then we started going into full forest mode. And that's when the mosquitoes started attacking. So we finally put some DEET on, and it's making a huge difference. We're hoping our campsite is a little more open because it seems like the open areas, the bugs aren't really that bad, but when we're in the forest, they're a little worse. Other than that, the trail's been pretty nice, really steady elevation. The one thing I have noticed on some of the like muddier sections that have dried, big
Hoof
prints that can only be bison. We've never seen such deep prints in the ground.
And lots of hair on the trail. That took me a while to realize that it was bison hair.
A lot of bison hair. And
or fur.
I don't know about Sarah, but I'm definitely picking, like, it smells a little different here. I'm definitely like still
I don't know, my nose, I keep
yeah, Sarah's got some allergies going on, but not even so much. Like, we're going through some tall meadows and the grass just really smells grassy, I guess, but like not like you normally would. And that sulfur, hints of it are like still in the air, so it's kind of neat. And and big scat piles of bison as well in various decomposing stages. Some,
thankfully, nothing too fresh.
Nothing, yeah, only one or two that looked a little fresher, but most of them are pretty much dried out. You know, the fresh ones would be super wet, but they're so huge. I mean, you need two hands to pick them up. They're so big. And Sarah had, I mean, they're like 1-ton animals.
Huge.
So huge. So their poop is huge.
I saw some like fur on a tall tree that was kind of like across the trail, and I was like, I wonder if they're that tall. We'll have to look.
Oh yeah. And the other thing we heard, I guess it was the Potty wolf pack.
Yep.
And we're heading towards Potty Lake. We won't get there tonight. So it'll be interesting to see if we hear any. We've heard coyotes this trip for sure.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
8 mosquito bites.
Yeah. They were taking a free ride there. So interesting to see if we hear any wolves as we get deeper into the backcountry. So yeah, it's like 12:30. I'm feeling good. Like, the pack's super heavy, but I feel pretty good today. I think tomorrow's the day when it usually hits.
I know, when we're off trail.
We'll see. So that's it, and we'll check in probably at the campsite. See you then. So this is what we're talking about the bison poop. Here's my foot. I mean, the thing is huge. And that one's pretty fresh compared to some of them we've seen, but just kind of in this foresty section of trail right now. Still got about 3-4 miles to our campsite. It's probably a couple more hours of hiking, and nice shady area right now. The DEET's doing its job. Very pleasant hiking. Sarah's up there, so I'm gonna catch back up to her. Hello. So we made it to the campsite, Moss Creek. I think it's 4 Mike 2, if you look on a map. But that is where you throw your string over and hang up your bear bag. Now, we also have bear vaults, but because we're out here for so long, we'll have all the heavy food in the bear vault, and then whatever's extra will just hang. So it's been a while. I'm out of practice. Got to tie the string around the rock and get it over, and then just clip a carabiner on the other side of the rope, and later tonight we'll hang up everything. But it's a cool area, right? So this is like a community fire pit, and that's also where the food storage is. And we counted 1, 2, 3 like hardened sites, and then you could keep going up. We took like the high ground, but even above us, if you needed to camp, you could make do with something up there. It's just not hardened. The water wasn't that bad. There's a nice cold stream flowing down there where I had to go down a couple hundred feet. It's just carrying all that heavy water back up. I was carrying 6, 7.5, almost 8 liters of water carrying up. So that's a little heavy, but it's not too bad. So I'm gonna work on getting this over. I'm not gonna embarrass myself by keeping the video on because it may take a few practice throws. And then we'll check in with Sarah up at the tent later. Okay, took me 3 tries on the first one. We got so much food tonight, we might need 2 rope hangs. So I will see if I embarrass myself. The first one didn't go over. The second one, I didn't hold the other end, so the whole thing went over. The third one was a charm. So this is a brand new power cord, and let's see how many tries it takes. It's harder than it looks. The rock I tied fell off. It went over. So we'll try again. Tied a little tighter this time. Knots are not my forte. All right, we're gonna give it a go. Success. So we'll just have them set up for later tonight when we take care of all the food. Ropes are ready to go. Don't have to worry about fiddling with that later. So we're at 8,500 feet. It's 3 in the afternoon. And let's give you a quick tour of the campsite. This is a little herd path going to the site we picked on high ground. We threw the tent up right away because there were some darker clouds, but the breeze has been really nice. There's been not many mosquitoes, but there's a lot of tiny little moths hanging around. So this is Camp Keith for the night. Sarah's stretching. Thumbs up to the replacement water filter. The flow was 100 times faster, so The Katahdin base camp is back in our good graces. There's Sarah.
I'm stretching.
Stretching. Very comfy up here.
Yeah, I mean a few mosquitoes, but
Yeah, we might go into tent at some point. But we've got all of our food to organize. And we got 2 ropes. Probably as we get later in, we only need 1 rope hung up, but because of all the food and stuff we have, we've got 2 ropes. We might as well use them. So yeah, it's kind of like the glacier setup. It'll be fun to see if other campers show up and what the deal is and chat them up a bit. But I brought a lot of beer. I brought like 6 beers, so I'm definitely gonna have one. Sarah actually brought wine, so she may have some if she's in the mood. It's great because the sun is not like baking us. It's not a super shady spot here, but it's pretty good. We can always find shade, so that's the update from Camp Keith, and we'll check in later probably. So it's about 7 o'clock at night. We both had dinner. I had cold pizza, Sarah had Subway, and we are now in the process of something I haven't done in a long time. Did you ever hang a bear bag before?
oh yeah.
Yeah. So we have hung our bear bags officially, and Sarah's just securing it. And we also have the bear canisters, but we brought a lot of food for this one because potentially we'll be out for 7 nights, and we knew we could hang the food, so why not bring it? It's kind of fun. I haven't hung a bear bag in years, and especially when they have this nice setup like this where you don't have to go hunt for a tree, and they have the log crossing across the 2 trees. It's pretty easy. So we're gonna wrap this up and go back to the tent, hang out, and surprisingly, there have been no backcountry neighbors yet. I guess they could still show up in the next hour or 2, but it's gonna be dark soon, so we may be here by ourselves. We'll see.